Namaskaram. Hi students. Now we are discussing the computation of income from house property. In the last class, we discussed about the annual value, the computation of annual value. That annual value is known as gross annual value. From this gross annual value, there are two deductions. First, municipal tax paid by the assessee. What is the municipal tax or local tax? The municipal or local tax includes all taxes, examples, property tax or any other service tax which are levied by the municipality, panchayat or corporation, local authorities in respect of the property. The service tax includes fire tax, water tax, conservancy tax or education tax, etc. These municipal taxes or local taxes are deductible on actual payment basis, meaning to get deduction in respect of municipal tax, it must be paid during the previous year by the assessee. If it is paid by tenant, it is not to be considered. In connection with the municipal tax, the points to be remember that these are the taxes levied by the local authorities on the property. To get deduction, it must be paid by the assessee during the previous year. If it is paid by tenant, it is not to be considered. After municipal tax, then deduct unrealized rent, if any. What is unrealized rent? Kittavadiya. Unrealized rent. Rule 4. When the tenant defaults on the payment of rent, it is called unrealized rent. വാടകക്കാരൻ അടയ്ക്കാത്ത വാടകയെ വിളിക്കുന്ന പേരാണ് unrealized rent. The rent which the owner cannot realize from the tenant. The rent which the owner cannot realize from the tenant. It is the unrealized rent. To get deduction in respect of unrealized rent, there are 4 conditions under Rule 4. First condition, there must be bona fide tenancy. What is tenancy? It is the agreement, tenancy agreement, rent agreement. There must be agreement between tenant and assessee. The tenancy is bona fide. പരസ്പര വാടക പ്രമാണം ഉണ്ടായിരിക്കണം. Second, the defaulting tenant has vacated the property or the assessee have taken all necessary steps for vacating him from the property. ഈ defaulting tenant ഈ property ഒഴിഞ്ഞിരിക്കണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അദ്ദേഹത്തെ ഒഴിവാക്കാൻ വേണ്ട നടപടികൾ സ്വീകരിച്ചിരിക്കണം. Third, the defaulting tenant is not in occupation of any other property of the assessee. അസസിയുടെ മറ്റ് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടികൾ ഒന്നും ഈ defaulting tenant കൈവശം ഉണ്ടാകാൻ പാടില്ല. And four, the assessee has taken all reasonable steps, reasonable legal steps for the recovery of this unrealized rent. To get the deduction in respect of unrealized rent under Rule 4, there are 4 conditions. First, the tenancy is bona fide. Second, the defaulting tenant has vacated the property or all reasonable steps have taken for vacating him. Third, the defaulting tenant is not in occupation of any other property of the assessee. Fourth, the assessee has taken all reasonable legal steps for the recovery of the unrealized rent. If these 4 conditions are satisfied, this unrealized rent can be deducted from gross annual value. And after deducting the municipal tax and the unrealized rent, we get net annual value. After getting net annual value, assessee can deduct deductions under section 24. The first deduction is standard deduction under the heading income from house property. It is the 30% of net annual value. In all cases, it is 30% of net annual value in respect of repairs and collection charges. It is a standard deduction. In all cases, whatever may be the actual expenditure of repair and collection charges, who met it is not considered. In all cases, 30% of the net annual value can be deducted in respect of repairs and collection charges. The second deduction is in respect of interest on loan. The interest on loan, that loan may be taken for the purchase or construction or reconstruction or repairs or renewal of the property. The interest on loan is deductible on due basis. The payment is not necessary. The interest on loan is deductible on accrual basis or on due basis from the previous year in which the construction was completed. ഏത് വർഷമാണോ കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് ആ വർഷം മുതൽ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് ഓൺ ലോൺ നമുക്ക് ഡിഡക്ഷൻ കിട്ടും. ആൻഡ് ദി ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് ഓൺ അരിയേഴ്സ് ഓഫ് ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ്, പലിശ കുടിശ്ശികമേയുള്ള പലിശ, it is not allowed as deduction. Interest on arrears of interest is not allowed as deduction. And if the assessee take a fresh loan for the repayment of original loan, that interest is also deductible. Okay, the assessee taken a fresh loan for the repayment of original loan, that interest on such loan is also deductible. The interest on loan may be interest for the previous year. It is deductible on due basis in full. Previous year പലിശ മുഴുവനായിട്ട് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് കിട്ടും? ഡിഡക്ഷൻ കിട്ടും. Second, interest prior to construction or pre-construction interest. Interest prior to construction or pre-construction interest. The interest loan may be two types. First, interest for the previous year. It is deductible in full on due basis, and interest prior to construction. Prior means before. What is interest prior to construction? If loan was taken for the construction of the property before the previous year in which the construction was completed, the interest on such a loan up to the previous year in which the construction was completed is known as interest prior to construction or pre-construction. It is calculated from the date of taking loan up to the previous year in which the construction had completed. Construction complete ചെയ്ത വർഷത്തിന് മുൻപ് previous year മുൻപ് ലോൺ എടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ previous year വരെയുള്ള പലിശയാണ് interest prior to construction. ലോൺ എടുത്ത ഡേറ്റ് തുടങ്ങി കൺസ്ട്രക്ഷൻ കംപ്ലീറ്റ് ചെയ്ത previous year വരെയുള്ള പലിശയാണ് interest prior to construction അഥവാ pre-construction interest. It is calculated from the date of taking loan up to the 31st March, just proceeding to the date of completion of construction. And this pre-construction interest is allowed as a deduction while computing income for property in 5 equal annual installments from the previous year in which the construction completed. Construction complete ചെയ്ത previous year തുടങ്ങി 5 തുല്യ വാർഷിക ഗഡുക്കളായിട്ട് ഈ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റ് prior to construction നമുക്ക് ഡിഡക്ഷൻ കിട്ടും. And the interest on loan may be two types. Interest for the previous year, it is allowed as deduction in full up to the loan repaid. And second, interest prior to construction, it is allowed as deduction in 5 equal annual installments from the previous year in which the construction was completed. And you deduct this interest on loan along with the 30% net annual value for repairs cost charges, we get income from house property. Now we shall conclude our session on the computation of income from house property. First, gross annual value. It is the annual value under section 23(1). For computing annual value, we know there are two clauses. Clause A, computation of expected rental value. It is the fair rental value or municipal value whichever is higher, but it cannot exceed standard rental. Under clause B, actual rental. The values under clause A or clause B whichever is higher, it is the gross annual value. From the gross annual value, deduct municipal tax paid with the assessee during the previous year. Second, unrealized rent if any. Now we get net annual value. From the net annual value, there are deductions under section 24(1). First, standard deduction in respect of income from house property. It is the 30% of net annual value for repairs and collection charges irrespective of actual amount. Second, interest on loan. It includes interest for the previous year and interest prior to construction. After deducting these two items, we get income from house property or loss from house property. This is the procedure for the computation of income from house property in a let out house. So thank you. We shall meet in the next class.